Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zkteco. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to run um, online biometric fingerprint employee attendance system in PHP, MySQL, and C#. Okay, so the fingerprint reader that you're going to use for this biometric attendance system is Zkteco 4500. So I'm just going to show you the fingerprint reader. This is the fingerprint reader that we are going to use for this project. And then the database that we're going to use is MySQL. So let me just quickly go back to the web version. Okay, so this is a web version. All right, this is the web version, which is HTML, CSS, and then PHP, okay, as the back end. So for the web version, we are going to register employee. Okay, so if I click on the add new employee button, this will pop up. So I'm just going to register new employee, and then we are also going to edit employee. All right, so this is the edit employee. Then I'm going to close this. Then we can also delete employee. Okay, and then in the web version also, we are going to be able to check attendance reports. So here, the attendance list, you're going to view all the attendance reports on the system. Okay, but for the attendance report here, you're going to be able to view attendance reports based on date range. All right, that is from dates and then to dates. All right, so quickly, all this I'm showing you is just a snippet of how the system works. All right, so I'm just going to take you through the snippet for the web version and of course the Windows version, which is in C#. Okay, so let's go back to our web browser. Now, quickly, let me just show you how to view reports. So I'm just going to view reports based on 3rd of May 2023. So from date and to date. Okay, so while I was designing the system, I made some testing data. Okay, I took attendance while testing the system. So these are all the attendance based on the date range selected. So here you can check daily, weekly, and monthly attendance based on date range. Okay, so the IDE used to develop the web version is Visual Studio Code. This is just a PHP or a text, a code editor. So you're free to use any code editor of your choice. But for the purpose of this demo video, we have used Visual Studio Code. All right, this is Visual Studio Code. This is what I've used. All right, so you're free to use any one of your choice. All right, so basically this is what we are going to be doing with the web version of this project. Okay, so first we were on our dashboard. On our dashboard here, you can get a count of the total number of registered employee. Here you can also get a count of the total number of enrolled employee. That's employee that have captured their fingerprint. And then here you can get a total number of attendance taken. Okay, so basically this is what we are going to be doing with the web version of this project. Okay, so let's go back to our guide once again. So for the Windows version of this project, here we are just going to use it to capture fingerprint and then verify our fingerprint by taking attendance. Attendance is taken automatically. That's the timing and the timeout. If you like, I can call it. If I like, I can call it clock in and clock out. It's still same thing. All right. So for the IDE, I'm used to develop the Windows version. I have used Visual Studio Professional 2022. Okay, and of course the language. All right, so the language here is C#. Okay, All right. So this is how the whole project works. As I mentioned earlier, the fingerprint reader used to develop this project is Zkteco 4500. Okay. Once again, this is the fingerprint reader. All right. Okay. So quickly, let me take you to the Windows version and take you to a snippet of how this works. Earlier on, I verified a fingerprint. Okay, so this is how it works. So I'm just going to stop the fingerprint enrollment, sorry, verification, and then I'm just going to take you through these menus very fast, and then I'm going to close all the both the web version and the Windows version and close everything. And then I'm going to take you through this process step by step, all right, to show you how to run this project. Okay, first I'm going to click on enrollment. All right, so for the enrollment here, you're just going to um, just click on the name text box and then just start typing, probably 1, 2 letters of the name of the employee, and you're going to see an auto suggestion, okay, of that employee name. Just click on the employee and the employee ID is going to pop up. Now, this is just for you to confirm that, okay, this is the employee that wants to capture or enroll his or her fingerprint. Okay, all right, so here I'm just going to close this. I'm going to click on stop right there because I don't want to take or error fingerprint. It's just a snippet. All right, so I've gone to attendant, then I've clicked on time in. Now this is a check-in or the time in form. Okay, here we are going to see how we can verify employee by taking attendance by checking in. Okay, now attendance is taken automatically. So once an employee places his or her finger on the scanner, now what happens is that it's going to scan or capture that employee fingerprint, and then match it with existing template, okay, on the database. All right. So now if match is found, then attendance will be taken for that employee automatically. And also the form is automatically um, ready for the next employee to take attendance. So once an employee take attendance, the form is ready. The next employee do same. The next employee like that continuously, and that is done automatically. Okay. So timeout. Sorry, timing. Then I'm going to click on timeout. Okay, so now this is the form for timeout. So once it's time for employee to time in, that's to clock in. Now the admin is going to, or the user, I'm going to show you, this is the admin dashboard. I'm going to show you that of the user. Okay, so the admin or the user will open the time in form. Okay, so now once it is time again for employees to clock out, that's they've closed from work, then they would need to check out or clock out. Now this form will be open. So once the first employee clocks out, the next follows like that. The form, gets ready one after the other. All right. So you don't need to close and open this form. No, just automatic. All right. Okay. So now this is how this works. So now this is just a snippet. Okay, I'm just going to log out. This is just a snippet, okay, of how this whole system works. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. This is my Visual Studio Professional 2022. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to close solution. I'm going to close everything. That's a quick snippet of how the system works. So I'm going to go to my web browser and I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to log out. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to show you take you through the step-by-step process on how to run the online biometric fingerprint employee attendance system in PHP, MySQL, and C#. Okay. So now let's get started. The first step that we are going to do is for us to start our Apache and MySQL. So if you want to take the step-by-step process with me, just open your XAMPP. All right. So in your Apache, once you open it, you're going to see start, just like what we have here: start, 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 and start. So on the Apache, just click on start. On the MySQL, click on start. Now you have all these PIDs and the ports running. Okay, so once this is done, just click on the admin button. So once you click on the admin button, it's going to take you through your PHP My admin homepage. All right, so here we are going to create a database for our project. Now, don't forget our project is online biometric fingerprint attendance system in PHP, MySQL, and C#. And our fingerprint reader is Zkteco 4500. All right, so let me take you through my file explorer. Now, this is all the files that we have here for the web version. Okay, and then I'm going to take you through the other side. This is all the files that we have for the Windows version, which is in Visual Studio. Okay, of course, C# as the language. All right, so first we are going to create a database. So for we to do that, I have added the database folder and the database right here. So for us to get the correct name, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so that when typing, I don't want to make any mistakes. So we're going to click on new. So here, I'm going to paste a database name that I just copied from my folder. So I'm going to click on the create button. All right, so now, because I have this database already, okay, so if I click on create button, then I'm going to have an error. So for you, just click on the create button. All right, so once you click on the create button, on your next window, you're going to see on your next page or window, you're going to see this. Let me take it to okay. You're going to see create your tables and all of that. Okay, so just click on import. Once you see that, click on import. Don't add any table names or whatsoever. Just click on the import. Okay, we have those scripts already. So once you click on import, now click on choose file. All right, so here we are going to navigate where we have our database, which is, of course, you're supposed to paste that folder in your XAMPP htdocs. There we have this is the folder, and then I'm going to open a database, and then this is a database script. So I'm going to click on this and then open. All right, so once you do this, then once you attach your database, then scroll down, then click on import. So once you click on import, it's going to import all the script and everything, and then add all the tables. So once you click on the database name, you're going to see all the tables successfully imported for you. So once you do this, then you have been able to create your database successfully. Okay, so the next step is that we are going to start with the web version. As you can see on our guide right here, we are going to register employee first, and then probably show you how to edit or update employee, and then delete employee. So we are just going to follow this step-by-step process. Okay, so for me to do that, I'm going to go back to this file explorer once again. I'm just going to get this folder name, because I'm going to need it to load my local host. So open a new tab, and then here type localhost / yeah, I'm just going to take this out, then I'm going to paste this right here. So I'm going to hit enter key on my keyboard. All right, so here we have a demo login. I'm just going to log in as the admin demo user. Okay, I'm going to click on sign in. All right, so guys, all the details that we have used and we are going to use for this project are all for demo and they're for testing purpose. Okay, so now I'm going to click on employee. All right, next I'm going to click on add new employee. Okay, I'm just going to start filling the form right there real quick without wasting your time. Okay, so job title, I'm going to select this. Email, I'm going to select any email of my choice. Okay, so phone number, I'm just going to enter any phone number right there if I like. Okay, all right. So for the employee photo, I'm going to choose any dummy photo of my choice. Any dummy images right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on save. All right, so the employee number 3 is the recent demo employee that we just added. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is that I'm going to edit this. I'm going to click on edit. Okay, so let me quickly edit this. I'm going to edit this. All right, so I'm going to click on update. All right, so as you can see, I just edited this employee phone number. So if you like, you can also edit the employee image. Just choose another image and then you click on update. Okay, so this is how to add employee and how to edit employee. And then yeah, if you like, you can delete this employee. So once you click on the delete button, the employee data or record is going to be deleted. Okay, so I'm going to close this. All right, so real quick, before we go to our Windows version to capture fingerprint and take attendance, I'm just going to show you the attendance list right here. As you can see, there's no clear display there, so which means I've not taken attendance. Okay, so we are going to stick with the employee record that we have just created for now, and then let's let me show you how to run the Windows version. Okay, so remember we've done this, so I'm going to show you how to run the Windows version and how to capture fingerprints, and then later take timing and timeout. Okay, so I'm going to click on my file explorer here. I'm going to click on this. So these are my files for the project file for the Windows version. Now this is the solution file. Yeah, I'm going to double click on this. It's going to open in Microsoft Visual Studio 2022. All right, so the scaling, this is for me. I'm just going to click here to scale to 100% real quick. Okay, so if you don't see that, you shouldn't be doing this. Okay, all right, so quickly, this is how Visual Studio window looks like. Okay, so real quick, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on start, or if you like, you can go to debug, then you start debugging, okay, as you wish. But for me, I always, this is a shortcut. I'm just going to click on it right there. Okay, so here I'm going to log in another demo login credentials. Okay, click on login. All right, so what I'm going to do right here is that I'm going to click on, now before you even run the Windows version, make sure that your device, that's your fingerprint reader, is connected to your computer. Okay, make sure your device is connected to your computer. Okay, so for me, mine is connected. Don't forget, we are using Zkteco 4500 fingerprint reader. All right, so I'm going to click on enrollment. Okay, so here we are going to search for the employee. Okay, that's a demo employee. We've confirmed the employee ID and we are sure that this is the employee that we want to capture fingerprint for. All right, so now we are going to capture fingerprint for this employee. So we are expected to capture the same finger 3 times. All right, so if you're using your right thumb or your index finger or whichever finger you want to use to capture to capture your fingerprint, you're going to capture the same finger 3 times. All right. So I'm going to start. That's 2, and that's 3. Okay. So the fingerprint is safe. All right. So we have been able to capture fingerprints for this employee. So I'm going to click on stop right here. Okay, to stop that enrollment. Then I'm going to take you to my web browser. And I'm going to go to dashboards. As you can see, we have the this count employee, registered employee, and enrolled employee count has increased by 1. Okay, so we're going to go back again to Windows version. So now, since we have enrolled the employee, now we are going to um, learn how to or see how we can clock in. Okay, so I'm going to click on time in. All right, so here I'm going to first I'm going to test by placing, or I'm going to verify a fingerprint that is not on the database. Okay, so I'm going to verify a fingerprint that is not on the database. So you're going to see, I'm going to do this, scan this finger. All right, that is it. I have a message here that not verified. Not verified means this fingerprint right here was matched with existing template in the database. Okay, so match was not found, so we have a notice or a message right here that not verified. Okay, now so quickly I'm just going to scan the fingerprint that I used previously to enroll that demo employee to take attendance. That's clock in. Okay, so now attendance has been recorded for this employee. That's the check-in. So which means that the this employee has been able to check in for today. Okay, so now this is how to check in or to time in for this employee. So quickly, let's go back to our web browser and check if we're going to have the record for this employee that just clocked in. So we're going to go to our web browser. We are going to click on attendance list. Yes, yes. So now we have this right there, and this employee just clock in or time in at just 2 minutes past 9. Okay, so as you can see, the employee haven't clocked out yet. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, this demo video, okay, we are just going to clock out. All right, so we are going to clock out. So I'm going to take you straight up again to my Windows version. Now check this. There's no time here for clock out. So let's go back and clock out, then come back and reload this page. So I'm going to take you back to my Windows version. I'm going to click on stop and close this page. I'm going to go back to clock out. Now it's time to clock out. All right. So I've clicked on this and then I'm going to clock out. So I'm going to scan the same finger again. Yes, say hello Cletus Bay, you have successfully clocked out. All right, so which means this demo employee has done with his or her attendance for today. Okay, so quickly let's go back again to our web version. Now the timeout wasn't there, we just clocked out from the Windows version. Now we are going to check this by reloading our web browser. So we are going to go to somewhere here. That's the reload button. Reload this page. We're going to reload click and by clicking on it. Okay. Now we clock out or timeout at 9, that's 4 minutes past 9 p.m. Okay, remember we clock out as 2 minutes past 9 and clock out or timeout at 4 minutes past 9. Okay, so let's just filter out our attendance based on today's date. Okay, so we're going to go back to attendance report. Here we are going to click here, then select 4th of May. Then we're going to click here to select 4th of May and then view reports. So this is just going to filter all the attendance taken for the selected date range. Okay, so this is the one that we just took. That's the attendance that we just took right there. Okay, for the demo video. So now typically this is how the whole system works. Okay, the web version, the Windows version, and this is the Windows version. We just used to take attendance. Okay, so now if an employee has already taken attendance for that day, okay, that's the employee has already clocked in and clocked out, and let's just capture an employee that has already taken attendance. Now what will happen is that, of course, if it's a verified employee, of course it's going to indicate here that the employee is verified, but attendance will not be taken because the employee has already taken attendance, okay, for that day. So this is how I have designed the system. If you get the system, you are free to modify it the way you want. Okay, so you're free to do that, but for the purpose of the demo project or video, this is how I have designed the system. Okay, so before we test another employee that has already taken attendance, let's try to verify a finger that is not in the system. So I'm just going to scan this finger. Okay, this finger is not verified. Okay, it's not verified. It's not verified, so which means there's no employee with that template on the database. So we are going to scan another. Yes, this is verified, and this person has already taken attendance for that day. So we're going to check another. Okay, not verified, which means there's no such employee. Yes, so this is verified. This person has already taken attendance. Okay, so once an employee has already taken attendance for that day, which means the employee has already clocked in and clocked out, and the employee still come back and still try to capture or verify or take attendance, it's going to show that, okay, good, this person is already verified. The fingerprint actually is a verified fingerprint, but attendance will not be taken because the employee has already taken attendance. Okay, as I said before, this is how I have designed the system. You are free to modify the project the way you want it. Okay, so guys, if you're still watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. If you like the video, click on the like button and turn on that notification bell. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye for now.